going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chunky! I didn't say.
Eat your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are having a great day so far. All right, I've got some court. You guys want to watch some court? I want to watch some court. What's up, everybody? Hi, Heather. I see my good friend Skizrock's in the house. What up, buddy? Good to see you, Skizrock. All right, all right. First case. You guys might not agree with me for calling this lady a Karen. I'll explain why as we go along. She files a lawsuit against someone who was watching her dog. Now, take it, this dog sitter did a terrible job at watching her dog. Okay, does it rise to the level of a lawsuit? This is where I think she's a Karen. But you know, you can put your opinion, you can gather your own thoughts, make your own opinions. You can tell me how wrong I am. It's fine. Still think she's a Karen. All right. Before I hit that play button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
Okay. Can you state your name for the record, please?
Stephanie Meekum.
Okay. So today is the date and time set for a small claims hearing in this matter. Actually, what I should say is this hearing was set for 2:30 in the afternoon. It is now 2:50. So, in any case, what I am going to do first is inform all of you that you do still have the right to request that this be removed to the general civil docket of the court, because otherwise, with it being a small claims case, you are waiving the right to an attorney, you are waiving the right to a trial by jury. Generally speaking, you'd be waiving the right to an appeal. However, because I am the magistrate, whichever party wants to can appeal my decision to the district court judge here within 7 days of today. So, if you do not wish to waive those rights, then now would be the time to say that you want this removed to the general civil docket. So,
Oh, I've got another screen open for the football game. So I might be a little distracted, but no, I'm still watching. I'm still watching. I've got two players playing tonight, and I am playing Jen Hardy this week in fantasy football. So yeah. Yep. I gotta beat her. Gotta beat her. I am estimated to win, projected to win, I guess is how they say it. I'm projected to beat her by I think like 30 points. You know, I don't put a lot of uh weight on those projections, but you know, I got to start the season strong and beat Jen Hardy. Okay.
do you all understand that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Meekum?
I said yes.
Okay. Do any of you want to remove this to the general civil docket?
No.
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 Okay. Then in that case, what I am going to do is swear in both sides, take testimony, and make a decision. As I said, within 7 days of receiving my decision, then you will be able to appeal if you want to appeal. So, any testimony, evidence, anything that you're going to present, you should have with you today so that we can move forward. So, first things first, everybody raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Plaintiffs?
Yes.
Yes.
And Ms. Meekum?
I said yes.
Okay, thank you. So, as stated, what we have here is a small claims case that was filed by Marie Agax.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Against Ms. Meacham. What I am going to have you do, because you are the plaintiffs, you will testify first. You will present any testimony, evidence, witnesses, anything that you want to present. While it is your turn, Ms. Meekum, you are not to interrupt them. Once you are finished presenting your side of things, then Ms. Meekum, it will be your turn to present your testimony, evidence, anything that you want to present. They are not to interrupt you. After I've heard everything, I may have questions here and there and afterwards, okay? And then I will be making a decision.
Okay.
Okay? So, any questions?
No questions from us.
Okay. Okay. Then to the plaintiffs, if you want to get started, go ahead.
All right, before we get into the case, thank you so much. Membership for 1 month. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I love how you give me the pronunciation of your name because there is no shot that I would have came even close to that. Ascalis, a 1 kilo. A 1 kilo. Ascalis, a 1 kilo. I hope I'm close. But thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay. So we got married and went on a honeymoon in April. We hired Stephanie in December to be our dog / house sitter. I mean, we weren't really expecting her to watch the house, but we were expecting her to stay here with the dog. So we hired her in December for 10 days in April. In April, it was April 21st to May 1st were the exact days. So we left on April 20th. And then we got back on May 1st while we were on our honeymoon, elopement, whatever combined. She was supposed to be watching our dog. We realized on the Friday after, so I believe it was April 25th, we realized that she hadn't been to our house in quite a long time. We have a garage door that is like technology,
It's a smart
garage door, so it tells us when it's been opened. But we weren't really trying to we were trying to be on our honeymoon. So I realized at I think almost 11 p.m. on Friday evening that our garage hadn't been opened or closed since earlier that morning. And we do have a Ring doorbell, so we looked through that and she hadn't entered our house with the Ring doorbell. So then we were like, well, no one's been at our house with our dog for 18 hours at this point. Unfortunately, it was 3 a.m. in Michigan time, so we could not get anyone to go to our house until Saturday morning at, I think, around 8 a.m. We were able to get a hold of Max's brother. He went to our house. He banged on the door. No one answered. We have codes to get in, so he used our codes to get in the house. No one was in our house. The dog was not in a crate. There was dog poop all over the downstairs. The dog was locked upstairs, so that dog poop was not from when she was left for it was over 20 hours at that point. And then upstairs was a mess as well. Someone had made something, and I'm assuming Stephanie, because that's all who we knew was in our house, had made some berry concoction in our blender and just I don't know if she didn't put the lid on, but that was all over the counter. There was stuff all over our floor upstairs. There was a stain on the couch. There was something a cup spilled over on the couch. Just general, not any caretaking of the dog or the house. So then we did call. He did find her belongings, including her driver's license. So then we were concerned that something happened to her. He called the police, I believe, because we were in Arizona. And so the police, I guess, did a wellness check on her based on the address on her driver's license, and she wasn't at home. And then they came over to our house to talk to Max's brother. This was 11 a.m. On Saturday morning, and she had left, according to the garage door, at 9 a.m. on Friday morning. So it had been over 26 hours since she had been at our house with our dog. And so then as the brother was talking to the police, she came in a different car, I'm not sure. And basically, Max's brother told her she was fired. She would not be watching our dog for the duration of the time because she wasn't watching our dog for the time that she was already in our house. And so then when we got back, we did text her. She, I guess, had ordered a bunch of groceries to our house, so she wanted to pick those up. She picked those up when Max's brother was here. We texted her the next day to please not show up at our house anymore or have any other contact with us. She did text us and say that she had some sort of medical episode, which was why she couldn't watch our dog. We did call other people to try and watch our dog, and in looking for another sitter, did find out she was actually walking someone else's dog during the time that she claims to have this medical episode. So that was pretty disappointing. We also did leave her 4 local numbers to call if she needed assistance, and we were responsive. We were responding to any, we were able to respond to any messages she sent us. So very disappointing that she couldn't have reached out and let us find someone to actually watch our dog, since she was clearly not doing that. And then once we got back, we hired a carpet cleaner to clean our carpet, the couch. We're also missing a speaker. I guess I don't have proof that she took it, other than it was here when we left and it was not here when we got back. And then we did have, I went through we have cameras in our backyard, and I went through all of the footage from the time that we were gone and aligned it with our Ring doorbell camera and our garage door to see when our dog was being let out. And I made a log of that, and our dog was not even being let outside for 10 minutes every day, which is just really sad. I could have just had our neighbor come over and let the dog out and feed her and give her water, and she would have been much better taken care of than what we had hired Stephanie to do. So we just want to be compensated for the money that we spent to clean our carpets and our couch, and
that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, we obviously know that the speaker is a civil or not a civil matter. It's something that's what we were told. So it's all we're trying to get out. I mean, we've already had the whole honeymoon was ruined from the middle of it. It just was a lot of stress that we didn't really need. But so that's basically it. We hired her to do a job. She didn't do the job. Total that she let her out was about 30 minutes.
The whole 5 days.
5 days. And the amount of just
Stress.
dog poop downstairs was just a lot. And up here, she got it. She left her medication out. She left everything out that the dog could get into that's really bad. The dog got into trash. There's just diarrhea up here from her eating something. It just, luckily she is okay, but we are very lucky because we have 2 other dogs that we actually had someone else watch, and we had food delivered, and she literally could have gotten into the whole 20-pound bag of food that we had. It's just a lot of things that could have gone worse. So we're happy our dog's okay, but we're just trying to move past and be compensated for the carpet cleaning, because that was just an unnecessary thing that we had to pay for when we got back.
I also will say that out of our 3 dogs, we hired her specifically to watch this one because we hired her to get extra attention from someone to be with her during the day, to not only do the bare minimum of let her outside, but to actually play with her and give her attention. And
even if she was gone for 8 hours, 9 hours a day, we knew she could work. That's fine. But she just wasn't here. The amount of time that she actually did anything with the dog that we can see letting her outside. Clearly the dog wasn't walking around downstairs, around the dog poop. And then up here, it just wasn't, there's no care for the dog. So, I mean, we just can't justify. We said $60 a day is what we were going to pay her. And
that was the number she gave us.
Yeah. And we were looking through just could we even count one of the days that she took care of her? And honestly, I mean, maybe one of the days she let her out for 10 minutes, and that was the most.
Did you pay in advance?
No.
All right. That was a lot. And I know everyone has their opinions right now. Yeah, she's a terrible dog watcher. Absolute terrible dog watcher. Not defending her dog watching abilities at all. I think this is obsessive to take to court. I think this is really obsessive to take to court. Should she ever watch a dog eating? No. But I'm one of those guys that, my mind goes to nothing happened except for carpet cleaning. The money thing is going to come up, and this is what kind of blows my mind. But they're taking her to court for expenses over carpet cleaning. I would just ask her for it, and they never do. They never ask her for the money for the carpet cleaning. All right, before I go any further, though, I got some super chats. Thank you so much, Mad Greek of Chicago, for the generous super chat. I appreciate it, Mad Greek. Good to see you. Thank you so much. And Nancy, good job. I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know what that good job's for, but I'll take it. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate it. All right. Okay, now we're going on with Steph. Yeah, she doesn't really. She's not going to make you like her anymore. She's already, she should already never watch another dog again. But yeah, here we go.
And I did note that there were a number of pictures that were submitted. Did you submit those to Ms. Meekum as well?
We did.
We submitted them through the court. So as far as I know, she should have been given a copy. What I was told is that she would be given a copy of all of the supplementing documents that I attached to.
Yeah, we ended up having to get someone to serve her with the documents, so we have that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Give me just a moment.
Thank you, Jedi. I appreciate it. And Pokeroo, thank you so much for donating your pillow. I mean, which you had to fluff. I didn't know. I didn't think you would have to fluff Poka's pillow. They are constantly fluffing their pillow. Pretty much, 3 or 4 times an hour, you'll see them post a message, fluffing pillow. So it should have already been pre-fluffed. Maybe we needed to add some extra feathers to it, or whatever kind of pillow you have. Anyway, thank you, Jedi. Of course, all that time I just spent paused, and she's gonna look over all the evidence they submitted, they're pictures. They're pictures of dog poop on the carpet. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. She should have to pay for the carpets. What should have happened is the carpet cleaning should have came out of the money that they owed her, and they should have called it a day. That's just the logical situation to me. But again, I'm the kind of guy that nothing happened to the dog. We could play what ifs all day long. Something could have happened, sure. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to say they're lucky, or I don't know how old the dog is. If the dog's just rambunctious and pooped all over the carpets and that was the worst of it, yeah, take the money out of what you owe her. But taking her to court is just excessive. Again, my opinion. My opinion. uh I thought you were already having a sleepover at Jedi's. Weren't you guys going to go boating together or floating together? I don't remember exactly what that situation was. No idea. But thanks, Heather. Ruined the honeymoon. Yeah, I can see how that could cause some extra stress. But as they said, their brother was there. They came and checked in on her, on the dog. So ruining the honeymoon. Yeah, I can see how you would say that to garner sympathy from the judge. Their honeymoon wasn't ruined. Were maybe a few moments ruined when you were freaking out, and then you just texted your brother. Sure. I don't drive anything. I travel. I will be your boat pirate captain. Absolutely. I don't want to answer that because I know how this ends, and I know what actually happened. The conversation back and forth. So
Okay.
I'm not going to answer that. This is why I have the opinions I have. It's because I know how it ends. So yeah. Okay, here we go.
Really quickly, you said you had to have the documentation served. Was there a receipt from the process server? Because there is not one in the file.
I did not get one. No.
He just said that it was delivered. He called us.
No.
Didn't he?
I don't know. I don't think he did call us. I think that we got assigned mediation, and she showed up to that. And so I had just assumed that there's no way she would have known what date and stuff to do if she hadn't have received anything. So maybe
you didn't pay for the service.
I don't. I mean, I gave him my credit card number, but I guess I didn't check to make sure that I got charged. She said she received it in the chat. It says.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Then, anything else?
I don't think so.
No. We did see that
we saw that there was a male in our backyard that we didn't like authorize to be there, but I really just care about the dog. Like, I don't think that she took care of our dog. I obviously don't want people in here that I don't know that we didn't trust, but at that point, I don't trust her anymore. So like, I can't, whatever. That's kind of like, whatever. We just.
So nothing else.
Yeah, nothing else is fine.
Thank you. If you can go back on mute for now, please. Okay. Ms.
All right, it's finally Steph's turn. I didn't know that was today. I didn't see it. What channel was that on? Was that that was in Nevada, right? Was that our Nevada judges? They probably had it if it was there. Also, Heather, Colin becomes a pirate fund. Yep. I was just gonna do the R, but yeah, I'm not going to. But thank you, Heather.
Meekam, it's your turn.
Okay, great. Hi, everybody. So actually, Andre, my support person, is here. Hello. He was actually the one that you saw on the cameras. And I do apologize. I thought that I have since gotten Andre added to my Rover profile so that we can do joint sits together. And I think for some reason, I thought that I had cleared it with you. So to clarify, I had pet sat for Tempe once before through an app called Rover. This time we did not use the app Rover. And so that's, I think, maybe where part of the confusion lied, was that I didn't remember that I forgot to get permission for you or for Andre to be there. And so I do apologize for that. And I guess something that I wanted to mention is that, so first of all, from the first day of the sit, the dog was very different, like it was acting very different than the previous time that I had sat for her. To the point where, like, so I remember at some point during their little testimony, Marie and Maxie said that like she was trapped upstairs, like the baby gate was trapped upstairs. But actually, so every single time that I would leave the house, I would lock the gate and leave her downstairs, and Tempe would jump over the gate. So like every time I would come back, she would be like upstairs, even if I had locked her downstairs. Like she would jump over the baby gate. And she was actually like the one that was knocking everything about and making a mess everywhere, because when I wasn't home or when I wasn't there, she was supposed to be in the basement, and I thought that she would be, until I realized that she could jump over the gate. And that's when a lot of the problems started arising. I even like when I don't know if it was like separation anxiety or what, but like every time I would try to take her outside, she would just bolt right back in. She wouldn't want to do anything. She would bolt right back in, but then pee immediately, like inside. So like I would try to let her outside. She would bolt out, bolt back in, come inside, and then immediately pee. And I was like, okay, or like immediately go to the bathroom, immediately poop. And so that was like, I didn't really know how to deal with that, because I'm like, okay, I'm like opening up the door for her, letting her outside. She's bolting in and out. So she doesn't even really like want to be outside, and then just pooping inside. And it got so overwhelming to me that I was just like, I'm just gonna clean this up like at the end of each day, or something, so that like I don't have to keep on cleaning all this poop up all the time. And so that's why when they came home, there was poop that was from like probably at least two separate occurrences of pooping in the house. And I had even cleaned up some more that then they hadn't seen. And so I guess what I'm saying is that I was trying really hard to be with this dog that like I didn't really know how to fully like how to control or wrangle a little bit. And so I was worried about that. And I did have a medical issue, which was explained the last day, the day that they thought I had maybe something had happened to me because my wallet was in their home still. That day, I believe I had not been there for 13 hours, which I agree is too long for a dog to be left alone. I had just started a new medication, and I don't really want to necessarily go into my like health history, but I was on a new medication, and I also had a episode that ended up forcing me to take 2.5 months of FMLA leave of my work. And so I agree that like leaving the dog alone for 13 hours is like not acceptable. And I do apologize for that. It was really unfortunate timing. I will also let you know that like on Rover, basically like if you have recurring walks, you can have a bunch of walks scheduled, but unless you do like a Rover card for them, like a report card thing, you don't actually get paid for those services. So like I'm curious if Marie maybe thought that I was like walking someone else's dog because of that. I'm not really sure what the issue was about that, or like how you could see like what I was doing based on my Rover profile. I'm not sure if that's possible. And so overall, I guess I would say the reason why I'm upset is because for cleaning the carpets, I would have happily had paid to have them cleaned. But you guys knew that I had pet care insurance that would cover it, and you like didn't like ask me to do that. And then you didn't.
Okay, you're not addressing
Oh.
them, you're addressing the court.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I was supposed to well, all I could have done is file a claim and have them cover that. But even if they didn't cover it, for some reason, I've had them cover property damage before and they've been fine. If they hadn't done that, I really wish I would have been able to like get quotes or from different places. And like actually trying to like figure out a solution for cleaning the carpets that doesn't involve just like a random bill. I would have liked to be part of the process of choosing like, okay, which ones are reasonable? Like, is this even necessary to get the stains out? Because I have like really strong enzyme cleaner that like I can really get a lot of things out of carpets with. Do you have anything to add?
That's
He's not part of the case and hasn't put an appearance on, so no.
Okay.
Unless you want him to put an appearance on and he's testifying as a witness.
All right. So this, you know what? I'm gonna let her testify. I'm gonna let her finish up because she's gonna say something that I want to comment on. So I'm gonna let it play. It's almost finished. Hold on. I think, yeah.
I don't really know if that's necessary. I think it's fine. I guess one more thing that I will add is that for the speaker, I genuinely didn't even know that you guys had it, didn't see it, didn't touch it. But I will say that like when my belongings were given to me by your brother, he was the one who had packed them. So like anything that I took from the house was packed by your brother. So like I was a little bit thrown off guard that like there was an allegation of thievery when I wasn't the one who packed up my belongings and took them with me. So there's that. Yeah, I don't know. All I know is that my insurance covers this, and we had the opportunity to file a claim, but didn't for some reason. And I wish that had happened.
All right. Magistrate Burley is just done. She's done. Out of all the cases that I see on a day-to-day basis, I am dealing with a lawsuit over carpets. Yeah, and again, I feel like I have to say this because I don't want it to look like I'm siding with the dog sitter Steph here. Oh, I didn't pause it. Because she's obviously a terrible dog watcher, or at least the medical emergency. Yeah, that might have happened. We have to take her word for it. So if that is the case and that is true, I do feel sorry for her, and that's an unfortunate situation. It really is, and those things do happen, especially when you hire a kind of a stranger. Now, here are the points I want to make. They met her on this app called Rover, and she's watched the dog before. Now this is private, so they hired her privately, which means she's not getting paid until they got home, or they paid her up front, and that question was asked. So she didn't get paid for this. $600. It was $60 a day. So she didn't get paid the $600 that was owed to her, and they're suing her for the carpet cleaning. This is why I'm saying it would have made sense for this. I'm going to call her Karen because I'll tell you why I'm going to call her a Karen. She reminds me of my ex-wife so bad. This is something my ex-wife would have done. And do you see all the mean, nasty looks she keeps shooting at her husband every time this Steph person talks? Like it's just like I have PTSD watching this clip. I don't like it. I don't like it. But yeah, give her $200 and be like, okay, we're giving you 200 instead of the 600 that we owe you because it cost us $400 for the carpets. Here you go. We never want to see you again. That's perfectly reasonable. She may have accepted that. And she just said if you had a conversation with her, she could have filed a claim. None of this had to happen. This is a giant waste of the court's time. Okay, that is my 2 cents. That is my 2 cents. Before I go back into it, Vic, thank you so much, Vic. I appreciate it. Pirate Colin, I'm in, but he needs an eye patch. Oh, we can make that happen. We can absolutely make that happen. Thank you so much, Vic. I appreciate it. Okay, let's go.
Okay, Ms. Meekum, was there anything else that you wanted to add?
Yes, I guess there is. Throughout the stay, the Wi-Fi went down like several times. I think it was like 3 times that it went down. And so we had to reset the router. And so I'm also curious because in my breakdown of events, there was like a 13-hour gap between when I like left and then had that medical incident and came back. And so I'm curious because I know that Marie was stating 18 hours or something like that. And I'm wondering if the connection went down or something because the Wi-Fi was super unstable for us the whole time. And so I mean, not to say that 13 hours is acceptable by any means, but I don't think it was 18 hours.
Okay. Did you said you received the pictures that were submitted as part of the complaint?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Can I add one last comment? Okay. Yeah, I guess the other issue is that so besides just not wanting to pay for the carpet cleaning because I could have had that covered by insurance, I was also frustrated by their inability to pay for even a reduced rate. I would have been happy to give a reduced rate based on all the communication issues and issues that were happening. I would have gladly reduced my rate, but they didn't pay at all. So not only did I waste 6 days of time caring for Tempe, but now I'll have to not only make money from not only not make money from that, but then also get $600 in the hole is really almost $1,200 because that's the amount lost plus the amount that I'd have to take out. So.
Do you have any explanation for the blender?
Oh yeah, the blender was just me making a smoothie and it had exploded. I had put the lid on, but the lid for some reason came out and exploded. And I hadn't had a chance to clean it up yet. But that was the other issue is that usually when I am house sitting, I'm assuming, okay, no one is gonna be here. So as long as I clean it up by the time that the sitting is over, then everything is fine. And so I thought that okay, I can leave and come back and clean it up later tonight. And then that was when the medical issue occurred. And so then I wasn't able to actually come back right away and clean it.
All right. That's a terrible excuse for that. You're in someone else's house. You caused a mess from a smoothie. So I'm guessing there's fruit in there. There are not that many fruits that won't stain, even on the counter. You can't just leave that. So, but why is that relevant? They're not. They're only asking for the carpet cleaning. I don't know why that question was relevant. But yeah, that still you needed to clean that up right away. That was a terrible answer.
Give me a moment, please.
I don't know if you should leave these two or these three on the screen together. I don't remember how long this takes. Let me jump ahead. Oh wow. Was wondering how this clip.
In the amount of
All right. That was like 4 minutes. That was terrible editing by me. Yeah. What? It's not letting me bring up any chats. Oh, there we go. That was just really delayed. Yeah, she's drinking the Evan. I did think that was funny. She was making a smoothie and she's drinking a smoothie on camera.
Okay.
Kind of funny.
So the court is prepared to make a ruling on this. And at this time, the court is going to find for the plaintiff against the defendant in the amount of $673. That would be $611 for the carpet cleaning and $62 for the costs that were incurred with filing the case. And the court is making this ruling based on both the testimony and the evidence presented, specifically the pictures that were provided. It does appear that a contract was entered into as far as taking care of the dog for the time period. And extenuating circumstances aside, it is the court's opinion that this wasn't handled properly on the part of the defendant. And the lack of communication, fortunately, didn't result in anything worse than a carpet cleaning bill. So, you will get a copy of the judgment in the mail. Again, you can appeal the court's decision within the next 7 days, and it will be heard again by the judge if you wish to do that. But this hearing is concluded, and you are free to sign out of Zoom.
All right, that's over. Yeah, that was pricey. She took a job thinking she was going to get paid $600, and she ends up. I missed the how much the carpet cleaning was. I heard the court costs were something like 200. I'm guessing the carpet cleaning was about 400. So she turned around, has to pay 600 instead of gaining 600. Again, it doesn't make sense to me that they wasted the court's time on this. It doesn't. Okay, let's just move on. Let's move on. I don't want to jump back on my soapbox for. All right, next one. I don't even remember what's next. What's next? Oh, we're back with Judge Halowitz. Judge Halowitz. Oh, this is a weird one. This is just strange. All right, let's go. I'm not going to be on my soapbox for this one. This one's just kind of funny.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, Mr. Moore, this is, oh, you're not driving, are you?
Yeah, I just got off work. I'm on the way home, and I didn't want to,
Sure,
be
wait
late.
a minute, that's a $240 ticket that shows up on your record.
Well, I did not know that.
Yeah, pull over.
Yeah, I'm about to pull up. I'm coming up on the exit right now. I'm supposed to pull in the gas station.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what's funny? I don't have it. I didn't keep it in this clip, but the person right after this, it does the exact same thing. When he's brought up on when his case is called, he comes up and he's on camera driving, and it's the same exact thing from the judge. He's laughing at it though. Most judges would just kick him out. He's just like, okay, pull over. All right. It does only take him like 10 seconds to pull over though.
Okay, I'm pulled over.
I don't know what county this is. Her name is Judge Horowitz, and I know she's in Michigan.
All right, this is
I don't know what county it is, though.
24828. This is regarding Trevor Moore. It looks like there was
Oh yeah, she had the sob sit today. I did the video with her as a sob sit today. Yeah, even the sovereign citizen she handled without getting frustrated. Like, it kind of amazes me. Like, there's nothing that will frustrate her. She just laughs it off.
2 dog tickets issued.
Yeah.
Advised to license, loose dog. All right. All right, Officer Crystal, any updates?
Them are not my dogs. Them are my
Hold
little
on.
brother. Oh.
Wait, hold on, Mr. Moore. All right, Officer Crystal, any updates?
Tony Christopher, City of Oak Park. First off, when they came to pick up these dogs the first time, he gave me his driver's license. They are twin brothers. So therefore, he got the ticket. We do not have a license for either one of them. Very cute dogs, French bulldog named Camo and a little female pit bull named Lotto. We've seen them 3 times now.
They keep getting out?
Yes.
Yikes. Nobody likes a loose pit bull. Okay.
Well,
All
no,
right.
it's a little pit bull. They're very nice dogs. It's just, somebody's going to steal those dogs. That's how nice they are.
Okay. All right. All right. Mr. Moore?
Yeah, I was. I only gave my ID because I didn't know I was gonna get a ticket. I just gave my ID because my twin he didn't have his ID. So that's the only reason I gave it, is to show that that's where the dogs was living. But I don't stay there no more. That's just I didn't get my address changed on my ID, but I do not stay on Kenosha no more.
So what's your brother's name?
Travis.
Travis Moore? And
Yeah,
he still lives
Travis.
there with his dogs?
Yeah, Travis was taking care of the dogs for my little brother, Kevin Moore. So them are Kevin's dogs, but Travis was just taking care of them for him.
Could you imagine having twins, Travis and Trevor? This guy's Trevor. His twin brother is named Travis. Come on, you're just trying to confuse people on purpose. The parents are probably even confused. Trevor, whichever one you are, come here.
Okay.
They're
well, he's
still
taking
there
care of them. He's
with that
responsible
address.
for them. And you were there at the time?
Yeah, I had just got there and I took my brother up there to get him. And he didn't have his ID, so I gave mine, but I didn't know I was gonna get a ticket for it. I'm just thinking I was supposed to show.
All right. So somebody's responsible for the tickets. It's either going to be you or your brother. You're telling me you weren't living there at the time?
No, I still haven't been living there.
Why were you there on this day?
I check on my grandparents. They don't have a vehicle, so I do the ripping and running for them.
All right, but this is the address on your license?
Yeah, this is the address. It's still on file.
Where do you live?
I stay in Taylor.
What's your address there?
1 second. Where's my wallet?
You don't know your address?
I don't know about heart.
Okay.
Uh, 58.
Say that again.
56.
Okay. What's the plan with the dogs?
I mean, Kevin's out of jail, so Kevin's been taking care of the dogs, from my
Okay.
knowledge.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Your
Back
Honor.
on. Yes, Officer Christopher.
Well, the dogs live with the grandparents. The last time the dogs got out that I was involved, the grandparents were the ones who let the dogs out. So maybe we should
Yeah.
reissue to the homeowners
I mean,
and
y'all
not
wrote a
worry
ticket.
about the brothers.
Yeah, my granddad just got a ticket for the dogs too.
Okay, so these dogs just keep getting out. Looks like the whole family is in some way responsible for these dogs. You were living there. The fact that you don't know your new address is a little suspicious also. All right, you're going to be responsible for count 1 for 195. I'll dismiss count 2. If you think your brother owes you money for the ticket, I suggest you take it up with him. All right, and I'll give you till October 1st to pay it.
Okay.
All right, do you want the judgment going to this Taylor address or the Kenosha address?
I can go to the Kenosha address.
That's what I thought. All right, everyone have a great day.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, excuse me. That is what I thought. Yeah. It's like you live at that address. You're just giving us stories. Stop it. Stop it. I'm still hung up on the Trevor and Travis for twin brother names. Man, It's like thing one and thing two. At least that one you can just say one and two. All right. What's next? What do we got next?
In regards to
Some Jay Regier action. All right, this one's fun. Let's go. We're in Kansas and we're not in Judge Webster. This is Judge Hart. No, Judge Lee. We don't see a lot of Judge Lee. All right, let's go.
Caitlin Williams. Williams. That's case number 24 TR 1595. Defendant appears in person. Mr. Regier represents the state. Ms. Williams, did you hear me go through the rights here a few moments ago?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions about those rights?
No, Your Honor.
Very well. It looks like you're charged with driving while suspended, second or subsequent offense. That is punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a fine not to exceed $2,500. That's a Class A misdemeanor. As I've indicated with others, there can be a mandatory minimum of at least 5 days. Could be 90 days depending on why your license is suspended. Additionally, there is a mandatory minimum fine of $100. What is your intention concerning an attorney?
I'll represent myself. Yes.
Okay. Are you waiving your right to an attorney?
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to need you to go to the courthouse and the clerk's office and sign that waiver at the appropriate time. But I'll accept your waiver of counsel at this juncture. In regards to count one, driving while suspended, second or subsequent conviction, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? If you wish to look into a diversion, try to negotiate a plea or speak with an attorney, or wish to have a trial, your plea at this time should be not guilty. So how do you?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Has anybody forced or coerced you in some fashion to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Have are you under the influence of any medications or intoxicants, anything that makes it difficult for you to think clearly?
No, Your Honor.
On or about April the 10th of 2024, while you were in Butler County, Kansas, were you operating a motor vehicle on a public roadway or roadway open to the public with a suspended driver's license?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you have a prior conviction for driving while suspended prior to that time?
A few years ago.
So that's a yes?
Yes, Your Honor.
I do find there's a factual basis that the plea is knowingly and voluntarily entered, and the respondent or defendant has waived her right to counsel and chose to represent herself. I will hear recommendations of counsel at this time, and or the parties, beginning with Mr. Regier, then Ms. Williams. I'll hear your statement prior to announcing my sentence. So, Mr. Regier.
Yes, Your Honor. In this particular matter, the state does not object to the imposition of $100 for a fine and $108 court costs. The state would recommend an 8-month underlying sentence with 12 months of non-reporting probation. As count one does appear to be charged as a Class A, there is the statutory minimum of 5 days. The state does not object to the imposition of house arrest for a period of 10 days in lieu of that. while deferring to the court on the issues of electronic monitoring and work release. However, I would advise the court that this is a case where, as the state understands, the defendant does appear on a summons or alias summons.
All right. Does your records reflect why the license was suspended?
One moment, Your Honor.
My license was suspended. I can get my license back. I just got a letter
Well,
saying.
you need to just hold on. I'm asking why your license was suspended, Mr. Regier. From Mr.
All right. I completely forgot how slow this case started. When she starts talking is when it gets good. So we had to go through all that. This is when it's about to get good. Get good. Get good.
Your Honor, in response to the court's inquiry, if the court is prepared to take judicial notice of the certified driving record, it would appear that the underlying cause of the suspension was a failure to post or obtain release.
All right. So it wasn't a DUI or the other factors that come into play for the mandatory 90 days. If somebody's suspended because of a DUI, for example, then the 90 days applies. It doesn't sound like that's the situation here.
No,
One moment, Your Honor. Let me check one final thing.
I've never had a DUI or anything like that.
That's fine.
Your Honor, upon further review of the certified driving record, there does appear to be a suspension notice. Again, if the court is prepared to take judicial notice of the same, it does appear to refer to a failure to either appear or pay a fine.
Okay. So that doesn't impose the mandatory 90. So very well. Thank you. Ms. Williams, any statement you'd like to make before I pronounce sentence?
Xbox. I am an Xbox player. So, yep. But I kind of game on everything. I have a lot of old school console. I still play my 360, my PS2. Got a 64, an Atari. Yeah, so I jump around a lot. But when I play online, it's Xbox.
Is there any way?
Okay, Ms. Williams, you're an adult, and I don't know who you're talking with there, but unless they're your attorney, you need to not be
Okay.
somebody else.
Can I change? I honestly think I need an attorney because
right.
I didn't realize that this was gonna be like this.
That's why I went through that, and you just watched me sentence somebody else on this. So any objection to the defendant withdrawing her plea at this time?
Your Honor, I am not aware of that being brought before the court by formal motion. If the court is going to consider that issue, the state will be requesting a ruling under KSA 223210 concerning a plea of guilty or nulla contendere for good cause shown.
Oh my gosh, Jay Regier. She is changing her plea from guilty to not guilty 30 seconds later because she wants an attorney. Calm down, Jay Regier. I mean, seriously, Regier. Every once in a while, just say no. It's fine. You will look more human. I promise you will.
All right. I'm going to allow her to withdraw her plea at this time. I'm going to set her trial for October 23rd. That is a bench trial that you will need to appear at the courthouse. If you're going to hire an attorney, you need to do so. Advise them of that trial date. It'll be a Zoom trial, but it will be conducted at that time. You need to be at the courthouse. There won't be somebody off camera that you're getting to consult with and do so. You need to make your decisions and be ready to go at that time. If you're going to apply for an attorney, you need to do that today because October 23rd is not that far off. If you're going to hire an attorney, you need to do that right away as well. But your trial date's October 23rd at 1:30 p.m.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything further on Ms. Williams' case?
No, Your Honor.
This matter is adjourned and the parties are free to go.
Your Honor. I
And we
believe
have Ms.
she.
Noonan.
Oh, and forgive me, Your Honor.
Yes?
Your Honor, I believe she needs booked and processed and bonded.
Ms. Williams?
Yeah.
All right, Ms. Williams, you need to be in contact with court security there at the courthouse. They'll make an appointment for you to be processed. You'll need to go to the jail to have your fingerprints and photograph taken, then you'll be released.
Okay.
So you need to contact them today at the courthouse.
We need a bond set too, Your Honor.
What the heck is going on? I have no idea. What is going on? Because I have a paper stating that I had court today, and I have a paper stating that my driver's license is not suspended.
Well, you were set for trial. Now we've gone through all this and now you're raising these issues?
Well, because I'm really confused, like really confused. My license is not suspended. I got the paper in the mail. I
Well,
could go
and
take
if
the
you-
driver's test and written test. I already called them.
Ms. Williams, you need to be quiet for a moment. You're set for trial. You want to just consult with an attorney. Those are things you should be discussing with your attorney. But for now, in regards to, you need to be processed at the sheriff's office because you've been charged with a Class A misdemeanor. You need to do that today. And you need to make arrangements today. If they set you an appointment for a later time, that's fine, but you need to make those arrangements today. If you fail to do that, there'll be a violation of your bond. I'm going to set your bond at $2,500, and I'm going to make that an OR bond as she appears today. But if she doesn't get the processing done in a timely fashion, that'll be considered a violation of the bond. So again, your next court appearance is for trial October 23rd at 1:30, and you have to be at the courthouse.
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. With that, that matter is adjourned.
And Missy, can you stick Miss Williams and I in a breakout room so I can set up that appointment?
Now, the next matter is State of Kansas versus.
All right. I'm going to apologize for that. I thought that was a little bit more exciting. That happened last week. And when I was skimming through it, I was like, oh, I remember that. I remember her. This one's good. Yeah. That one was slow. Judge Lee just talks so slow. All right. We have two more clips. One short one. Well, they're both short. They're both about 5 minutes long. Oh, all right. Where are we going now?
Your name?
Oh, this guy. Yep. This happened yesterday. Now, at the end of this, they talk about continuing it till today. That's why I didn't play this yesterday. Because part 2 was supposed to be today, but it was in person and they shut YouTube down for the in-person stuff. So I didn't get part 2. So, spoiler alert, we don't know how this ends. Just saying. But this did happen yesterday. This is Judge Olsaver. Let's go.
Matthew Fonseca.
Okay, Mr. Glazier, do you need a breakout session with Mr. Fonseca? Mr. Glazier, are you there?
Sorry, I need to speak with the prosecutor that's handling this.
All right, who's the prosecutor handling Mr. Fonseca's case?
Looks like Miss Wagner. Maybe he can give her a call.
I tell you what, Judge, this is just an arraignment. Why don't we do the arraignment and set it for pretrial?
Okay. These are files 24-21936-FH, 24-21937-FH, and 24-21919-FH. Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's just get a new lawyer. Why don't you just get a new lawyer? It's been 3 months.
All right.
Glazer don't know how to talk to
All
nobody.
right.
How about I
Sir,
get a new
sir.
lawyer? How about I
Mr.
need a new
Fonseca,
lawyer?
stop being
That's what I
disruptive.
need.
Stop
Glazer don't
being
know how to talk to
disruptive.
nobody. My life's on the line. I need a new lawyer.
Mr.
That's
Mr.
what I need.
Fonseca, stop being disruptive. You're prohibiting these court proceedings from going on in an efficient manner, and if you continue to do that, I'm gonna hold you in contempt.
Your Honor, let me talk to Mr. Fonseca.
I don't want to talk.
You don't want to
I want
talk?
a new lawyer. No, I want you fired. New lawyer, represent myself.
Mr.
I know more than
Fonseca.
you.
That's fine.
Okay, thank you. Let me go back to my cell. Are we done? Are we done?
No, we are not done. Stay where you
Okay,
are.
then. Make
Sit
sure
down.
my life's on the line.
Again, these are files 24-21936-FH and 24-21937-FH. People versus Matthew Lewis Fonseca. We are here today for arraignments in both of these cases. Mr. Fonseca has just raised the issue of wanting to fire his lawyer. Mr. Fonseca, you are represented by the Public Defender's Office. I do not control who from the Public Defender's Office represents you. They have a process within the Public Defender's Office for assigning a new lawyer if you are dissatisfied with the lawyer that's been assigned to you, and you will need to follow that.
I'll present myself.
You want to represent yourself?
Okay, bye.
So Mr. Fonseca has left the Zoom pod after indicating that he wants to represent himself. So at this point, I don't believe I can proceed with the hearing. Because I've not been able to comply with the procedural requirements for the arraignment. What I'm going to do is adjourn the arraignment on Mr. Fonseca's cases to tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
Yeah, I cut out about 3 or 4 minutes of them talking back and forth about scheduling it. They scheduled it for in person at 8 a.m. and it wasn't on YouTube. It wasn't. I was gonna play them back to back, but we did not get part 2 of that. Wasn't my fault. I did try. All right. We're going to move into the last clip. Before I move into the last clip, I do want to say one thing. As most of or some of you know, I was planning to go up to Detroit to visit with Judge King for his first day back at work this week. It was supposed to be Tuesday, this past Tuesday, but it got pushed back till the 23rd. He has to finish his class. The class has taken longer than I think anyone expected it to take. So he's got to finish that, and so he will be back on the 23rd. Hopefully, I'll be able to make it then. I don't know because I may have a very special guest that week, and if that happens, then probably not going to be going. But yeah. So that's why I didn't go. I know I said I was going, but yeah, I didn't want to go if he wasn't going to be there, especially with all the tension over YouTube right now and courts up in that courthouse. So probably not a great idea to show my face around that courthouse if I'm not there for a reason. Okay. Last clip. We're gonna end on a funny note. Judge Washington, Miss McDuffie. Let's end it. Let's all have a laugh and let's have a good night.
All right, the court will call the Mortez Campbell matters, case number 16S00749, 19W00656, 23S0545.
Yeah, I don't remember what kind of class it was. It was like what do they call that? I honestly don't remember. When I don't know. I can't think of the word. Words are hard. It's escaping me right now. Someone's probably gonna say it in the chat, but it was sensitivity. Yes, thank you. No, no. Yeah, it was. He had to take a sensitivity class. I honestly thought it'd be like an 8-hour class and that's it, but apparently it's a program. It's multiple classes and yeah, sensitivity training. Um, but yeah, the tension is um, YouTube's under fire right now with the courts in the 36th district. They're using well, I don't really want to get too much into it, but it seems Chief Judge McConico is using the YouTube chat as kind of a scapegoat, blame the chat on a lot of the stuff that happened. There's a whole article written about it. I even made a cameo in the article. They referenced something that I did, which I think's hilarious. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So again, not going up there unless I have a reason to. I'm going to stay out of the 36th district until it calms down. But there was a big thing that happened sometime this week. I think Sudo put the article down in Discord, and I was reading that, and I was like, "This is absolutely terrible." But it's kind of what I was saying about the Judge King thing. We just have to wait till the next news cycle come through, and people will stop talking about it. And it seems like it happened. Unfortunately, it was a terrible way to happen, but at least his story is being forgotten now. Okay, Judge Simpson, Judge Washington, Miss McDuffie. Let's end on a laugh. Now that I've said all that, okay. You know what? I'm just gonna let the video play out. This is only like a 4-minute clip, so I'm gonna let it play out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Words are hard like Worcestershire. Yeah. Wash your sister sauce. Worcestershire sauce. I'd love me some Worcestershire sauce though. Anyways, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys all for the super chats tonight. The super chats, the membership milestones. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for hanging out. We're gonna peace out, and I will check on who we can raid. But if there's no one to raid, I will see you guys tomorrow. So yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you for hanging out with me. Until next time, bye.
And 23W002160. We're here for review of payment plans. And obviously, for the people.
How you doing? Good morning, Cortez Campbell.
The Campbell is
How you doing, Miss Washington?
Oh, wow.
And Miss Duffy.
Herma Dadush on behalf of Mr. Campbell, seeking permission to practice under MCR 8.120 under the supervision of Allison Mueller.
Mr. Lebo is here, actually. Miss Miller, I think, they're both here, but either one.
I wanted to get this before. I don't want to pause the video when this guy is hitting on all the ladies in the courtroom. So, which is exactly what happens. Mayor, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate it. Welcome to the 5 new members. You are awesome, Mayor. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Okay, now we're finishing this up. Yeah, I can raid and then I just won't go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go watch this game. But yeah, no, if there's someone to raid, we are gonna raid. We need to. We're a community, right? We got to share the love. All right, you guys are awesome. Till next time, bye.
Permission is granted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your
Your Honor, Mr. Campbell has made a payment yesterday of $25.
He did.
He did.
Thank you, Mr. Campbell.
Last month too, Miss Washington. Look at it.
Mr. Campbell, you go. Wow. All right, Mr. Campbell, give me a date.
Miss Washington.
Yes.
I moved. So y'all don't have to worry about me anymore. I'm gonna still pay my. I'm in Wayne County now.
You're in Wayne County now?
I'm in Wayne. So I took care of them as well. I think the last time we had a conversation, they said that I had to have a court appointment, a court for us to send that money back to me that I had with the truck issue, and I got that all situated.
For you, Mr. Campbell.
Thank you.
I have a question, Your Honor. Mr. Campbell is the happiest person I've ever seen to be in court. I think he's paid 25 yesterday and then last month, but it looks like he has a $50 plan. So I don't want him to not be current. Does he need to stay on the $50 plan or go to 25?
25.
All right, we'll put you on a
Honor, for your
$25 plan. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Honor.
All right. And
Miss Duff.
yes, sir.
Now I done went over there to Wayne County and handled everything twice because I missed the court date and I had to go pay another, increment.
I believe you.
I have
You
a
did
date.
everything I asked you to do. You just paying money now. So
So you ain't got to keep looking into my
good job. I'm proud of you. Okay. I mean, since you brought it up, I go check, but
No, I wanted to see y'all anyways to let y'all know,
all right. Mr. Campbell, thank you for making your payments. I'm going to reduce it to $25 per month. I'll see you back here on February 6th of 2025, okay?
I still got to talk. I still got to do this.
Well, if you're making your payments, you don't have to show up.
Okay, how many court dates do I got?
Mr. Campbell, it doesn't work that way. It works
Okay.
like making your payment. What happens is then I just schedule another court date out. But if you're making your payments, you don't have to show up until you're
Yes,
all
ma'am.
paid.
Yes,
Okay?
ma'am. I
All
like
right.
your hair too.
Thank you, Mr.
And them
Campbell.
glasses, girl. I see. I see.
Have a good day, Mr. Campbell.
I love y'all. You and Miss Duffy. Y'all, hey, and Miss Allison, I love you too, girl.
You know what, Mr. Campbell? You're not trying to make me go viral today. Goodbye. See you later.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Oh, I forgot about that last one. I was gonna let it play out. I was gonna put this in a separate video. I was like, Judge Washington doesn't want to go viral. Let's make her go viral. But I put it in live. I messed up big. I also was too busy watching. I didn't even look to see if we're gonna raid anybody. Oh man, massive fails. Hold on. Let me look. Oh, here we go. Katie Zed. I don't know if I've ever rated her. Maybe once or twice. I don't know. It's been a while though. But we'll rate her. That's one that I don't usually rate. Okay, you guys are awesome. Have a great night. Yeah, and go fantasy football. And the Bengals. The Bengals play on Sunday. But yeah, you know who we don't want to win this week? Tennessee. Jen Hardy, her entire fantasy football team is the Tennessee Titans. So we need Tennessee to do poorly. If they do poorly, it should be an automatic win for me. Okay, that's all I gotta say. You guys are awesome. I will see you all tomorrow. Until next time, bye.
Mr. Campbell.
Have a good day.
You too.
You too.